planet Earth, home to more than 7 billion people, and not one of them are identical. This is known as human variation. All humans, even identical twins, are far from alike. May it be physical, mental, differing beliefs, ideologies, experiences, economic class, or their overall identity. Each one of us is unique. Do you want concrete evidence? Take a look at your fingerprint. Every single person has a different fingerprint. Not only that, but in every part of the world you find different races. May they be Caucasian, Mongoloid, or even the Negroids. Just these alone contribute so much to the diversity of the human population. And what happens when you put all these people together to form a group? Society happens. So what is society? Generally speaking, society is a group of people living together in an orderly community. People who study society are called sociologists. The term sociology was first coined by a French sociologist by the name of Auguste Comte in 1838. There are many sociologists out there, each with their own perspectives and theories on society. For now, let us focus on the 4 prominent theories on society. Let us begin with the functionalism theory of Emile Durkheim. His theory emphasizes the different parts of society and the roles that they play within the community. These roles are the functions that contribute to the progress and development of the community. Schools, for example, serve the function of educating the young members of society to help them grow into productive individuals and aid in future development. Hospitals and other medical facilities also serve an important function as they maintain the health of the people, allowing them to stay as productive members of the society. Another theory with regards to society is the liberal or enlightenment theory by the 17th century philosopher John Locke. He emphasized the freedom of the individual and the priority of reason over religious or hereditary authority as the key to social progress. The next theory is that of Karl Marx. He said that society is composed of distinct groups with opposing interests and views social change as resulting from struggle among those groups. This is called the conflict theory. But American Leon Festinger thought otherwise. He proposed the comparison theory, saying that all members of a society have common interests and generally concur with the direction the society takes. They determine their own social and personal worth based on how they stack up against each other. Essentially, comparison. Enough of theories for now. Let's proceed to social groups. What are social groups? These are individuals who are united by their similar characteristics, and these characteristics serve as the basis for their constant interaction. Although not all social groups have to have interaction. This is called social aggregate. An example for this is a shopping mall. An interesting concept about how society affects you as an individual is stated in C. Wright Mill's book Social Imagination in 1959. Social imagination is understanding one's own self by understanding the relationship of oneself with his society. In short, personal activities can be influenced by the society. If there's a society, then there's constant interaction. And if there's constant interaction, culture is bound to happen. Culture is everything a person learns as a member of society. It is a set of important understandings that members of a community share in common. Every society has its own culture, and culture is adaptive to its environment. Simultaneously, it can also be maladaptive with the times. Culture is studied in anthropology, and people who study culture are called anthropologists. Culture can be material and non-material in the form of ideological culture such as beliefs, values, and ideals, or social culture in the form of social interactions, organization, and language. Anthropologist Edward Tyler's idea on culture is called the evolutionary theory. He thinks that one set of savages is just like another, and that all societies go through the same stages. Different cultures can be placed at different points on the same scale. However, Franz Boas, father of American anthropology, thought otherwise. He insisted on the importance of actual participant observation and the treating of each culture as its own thing. not to be compared with other cultures, or seen as more or less primitive or evolved. This is known as the anti-evolutionist view. Let's not forget the fact that human culture changes over time. This is known as cultural evolution. Try imagining the life your grandparents lived. Now take a look at the life you live. Do you see any difference? The norms have changed, standards have raised, the people's lifestyles have adapted, and the overall quality of life has improved. But who or what keeps the society stable and protects culture? Who keeps the system in check? Politics. It's always politics. Different people have given politics different meanings. Let us focus on three. According to Alfred Boyer, politics is an interaction between the civil society and the government. This interaction is called governance. German Max Weber says that politics is the exercise of power within a state. David Easton says that politics is the authoritative allocation of scarce values. The five important elements of politics are power, government, sovereignty, territory, and most of all, the people. Power is the ability of person A to make person B do something that otherwise he wouldn't. Government is the body responsible for managing the affairs within a state. Sovereignty is the capacity of a political system to make independent decisions within its territory. Territory is defined as the geographic space where the sovereignty of a state is exercised. Among all these, the most important element are the people. They are the reason why everything else exists.